Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. So today's video is going to be all about a new foundation that I bought during the Sephora sale. I heard really great reviews on the Sephora's own foundation called Best Skin Ever. So I went ahead and picked it up. I will also tell you that I did want to try out, I picked up the Supergoop Vitamin C. If you've used this, I would love for you to tell me in the comments below if you like it. I haven't tried it yet because my skin has been kind of itchy and it's just something's bothering it. I guess something I've tested. And so I don't want to try something new until this goes away. So I know if it's from this or what's causing it. But I haven't tried it yet, but I can't wait to. Okay, so I'm going to start with my tried and true just CeraVe PM because I know this is not something that is bothering my skin. So I just went ahead and did 3 pumps. And I'm just going to put this all over my face. Another thing I really like to start out my skin with prepping it is the Summer Fridays Cloud Dew. I will also link that down below. I just replaced that in my Sephora order because I ran completely out of it. It's very much like the Neutrogena Hydro Boost gel formula, which I'll also link down below if you want a cheaper price point. But to be honest with you, I feel like the Summer Fridays, even though it is a little more pricey, definitely hydrates my skin longer than the Hydro Boost by Neutrogena does. They're both really great products, but I just feel like the longevity of it is worth the price. Okay, so in the Sephora Best Skin Ever, I got the shade 13P. I will tell you, I always wear the foundations. I'm just gonna put on my wet sponge. Prior to doing videos, you need very little because as you can see, it's very pigmented. This foundation, I'll tell you right now, is amazing. Do you see how it just covered up my blemish immediately? This is definitely more of a medium cover foundation. I'm sure you could build it up more than that, but I really like more of a light to medium finish. So I have not tried to build it up. This sits beautifully on your skin. I really like this. However, I will tell you right now that I'm going to be returning this bottle and getting a different shade because this 13P I thought was going to be a good match for me. But if you look, I have more of a pinkish undertone and this to me looks more yellow on my skin. So I don't really feel like this is a very good shade match for me. So if you have more neutral to golden undertone, this would be better. But I have more of the cool toned neutral. And so I just feel like, although it sits beautifully on my skin and it's such a pretty foundation, that this shade is just not for me. So here it is. As you can tell, it covered up beautifully. Like I had the blemish up here. You can still see this one a little bit, which you could cover. But I just feel like the difference in my skin, you can clearly see the yellowish versus the pinkish undertone. So like I said, I will get a different shade, but this foundation is definitely worth trying for you. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna do, I forgot my brightening powder, which is usually what I put on my eyes. I shared this in my last video. I bought the iconic London Kissed by the Sun. This is so gorgeous. I highly recommend this. I just realized I didn't bring like any of my brushes either. So let me try putting my sponge in here. I've never done it this way. And wow, that actually works. I can't believe I forgot like half of my stuff today. So I'm gonna go ahead and that blends in really well. Wow, I'm actually impressed that that was working. I've never done it with a sponge before. But it's the prettiest blush. There you go. It just gives like that kissed pink glow. All right, and I'm gonna use my MAC Teddy. It is so incredibly tiny, but I'm gonna use it up through the very last of it because it is my all-time favorite eyeliner. As I said in my last video, I already purchased another one of these because I can never be without this eyeliner. It's just like the perfect bronze color, light brown that just gives your eye that little bit of shadow definition. So I really like it. All right, there we go. Okay, and then I'm gonna use my NYX in Ash Brown. And I'm just gonna go ahead and draw hair-like motions I like my eyebrows to look very natural, but I need to fill in because there are some sparse areas in my brows, and this makes them look more defined by doing this. There we go. And then you just use the other end and brush it back up through. This foundation by Sephora does not sit into my deep fine lines. I also noticed, I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes, that it has a matte finish, but it has this natural kind of luminosity to it, where it's not like super luminous or glowy or anything like that, but it just looks beautiful on your skin. It really is a really good price point for a foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and put my primer on from L'Oreal, but does such a beautiful job. So I can see why a lot of Sephora makeup artists that work there recommend it. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Surfer Curl by Tarte. I really like how feathery light this makes my eyelashes look. It does a great job at lengthening. It does not clump. I really, really like it. I've really been loving a lot of Tarte's mascaras. I think they really have done a great job with their formulas to make mascaras that last. And a lot of times too, they do a lot of great sales where you can get their products for really great buys. So that's just with one coat. It looks great. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and finish the look with this Honest Beauty and Dragon Fruit. It's very hydrating on your lips. Now, if you're looking for something that has a high color payoff, this does not have that, but it gives that just hint, and it makes them very nourished with the avocado oil. So I really, really like it. I also like the color Summer Melon. Before I go, I did want to share with you, I really have loved, and if you've watched in my former videos, this Becca highlighter. Mine is obviously hit pan. I've been searching for this again because at the end of like last year, they were talking about that Becca was going to close. And I've noticed that the product is still around, but I don't know for how long. So because of that, I wanted to find something else. So I wanted to share with you that I found with Lancome, I bought this at Nordstrom. Their dual finish powder they have in this beautiful highlight color, and it is a very, very similar. Let me see if I can hold both of them at the same time. They have a little bit of a different undertone, like this one's more goldish, and this one's like a lighter, but it has that beautiful luminosity to it if you want a perfect highlight. So I'm gonna show you on my hand the difference between the two. So if I can, because they're really light. Here is, can you see that? The Becca one. And then over here, to the side of it, here is Lancome. So if you look at them side by side on my skin tone, my hands are so dry. They don't look that much different. This one's a little bit lighter and this one has a little bit more gold, like I said, but it's so pretty. So a lot of times if I'm using my Fenty blush and I'm putting that on, it's a cream blush, I will add this highlight on top to give this sun-kissed glow that this iconic blush gives you already. So this is beautiful. I will link it down below. It is a really great replacement if you like the Becca highlights. And Lancome, of course, has been around forever, and I don't foresee them getting rid of this. So I will link all that down below. Once again, this is a great foundation. The price point is really, really great. It sits beautifully on your skin. Highly recommend it. It's just, if you are my skin tone, I would tell you that this 13P is not a very good match skin tone wise, so I need to try a different color. But other than that, I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.